The video for May 9th, 2017 is entitled Small, Medium, at Large. What a strange night. I was supposed to make a video with Aristo around 5 a.m. this morning. Anyway, I got to bed around 10:30 last night and I woke up 3 times by 4 a.m. The last time I still had a half an hour before I had to get out of bed. Wouldn't you know it, I fell into a deep sleep and did not wake up for another 2.5 hours. This seems strange to me, especially in light of the fact that I was at a meeting last night in which an old friend, John Rogers, spoke about mediumship. A long time ago, I called him the small, medium, at large as a joke, since he is short of stature. At my friend Maria's insistence, he gave everyone a short reading before ending the meeting. He gave me a message that I was not getting enough sleep. This is probably true, especially on weekends when I go to so many meetings, 3 yesterday. Anyway, I guess I missed Aristo requiring me to make a video today, starting later than normal. I'm going to talk a bit more in this video about the currency revaluation promises, so stay tuned. Indeed, it's been a strange morning as well as a strange night last night. The whole time since last night seems a little bit strange to me. Yes, as I said, John Rogers told me that it's very important for the rest of this year especially, that I should try to get at least 8 hours sleep a night. Well, I very rarely can sleep more than a few hours without waking up. If I can get 5 hours in a row, that's amazing. It just doesn't happen, and it hasn't happened for a long time. I mean, probably a couple of decades at least. So how I'm going to be able to get more sleep, I don't know. I met a friend going down to take my daughter to school today. One of the friends that lives on this floor, he was taking his dog out for a walk. And he said that he's on a program where he has to he takes something that, it's a natural thing, he said, because I said I don't take medications, but he said it's a natural thing that just helps you sleep better. So, I mean, I don't know. I'll have to talk to him more and explore more detail about that. In any case, it's been a confusing morning. It's possible that I might still be able to record with Aristo after I record this video. I had to wait for the sun to get high enough in the sky and block it out. I can't do that in the early morning because the sun is coming directly at me and puts lines across my face with the Venetian blinds, closed even, and between the Venetian blinds, between the windows, the sun shines and it puts a big line right down across my face. So it makes the video quality very, very poor. So I don't record at that time of day. It's just not good. But I might be able to record with Aristo a little bit later on, or we'll try again for tomorrow morning. We'll see how it comes out. In any case, I said I was going to talk about the currency revaluation promises. And every day I get messages of supposedly intelligence reports, as I've said in other videos, that lets you know what's going on. And this stuff has been going on for years. There's supposed to be the St. Germain Trust is supposed to be made available to the people. And there's been other trusts that are supposed to make massive, massive funding available to the people. And of course, we're going to get to the place where we don't need funding because money will be ridiculous. And money is ridiculous anyway. It's been a control system set up by the Illuminati or the dark forces or whatever you want to call the archons. Some call them, they're called many things in different cultures, but they are apparently demonically controlled or demonic beings that do everything backwards. They lie terribly, which is why our politicians that are blackmailed in many cases or part of the actual system, that they don't ever tell the truth. If their lips are moving, the odds are very, very high that they're lying. I mean, there's probably a 99 point something percent chance that if their lips are moving, they're lying. There's very rare examples where politicians tell the truth, and those that do usually get blacklisted in one way or another, or in the case of Ron Paul, they're sort of marginalized and not allowed to accomplish things that are positive for humanity, because it's not in the best interest of these demon people. It's not in their best interest to allow humanity to awaken and become what we were created to be, you know, with all of our capabilities intact and not compromised as they have been. And then people say it's up to us, it's up to us. It's not up to us, folks. I'm sorry. I listened to the message at Unity, and the foundation for success is to take responsibility for your own life. Well, that makes sense, except for the fact that we can't take responsibility when the rug is pulled out from under us at every turn. I've tried to take responsibility for my own life. I tried to get out of the system, and I spent a night in jail because I was driving with an international driving permit rather than a Florida driver's license. And I was accosted at another time in my home, again, for driving without a license. The first time that I mentioned, which was actually the second occurrence, a tail light was out. That's why I was stopped. And I produced an international driving permit. And they said, well, this is not valid here. And I spent a night in jail. The first time the guy, as I've said before, the policeman knocked on my door, but I didn't know it was a policeman. Somebody knocked on my door at almost midnight. I go to the door, look out the window, nobody's in the driveway, nobody's there. I had the light turned on at that point in time, and I don't see a soul. I open the door to go out, and a policeman comes out from around the corner and ends up tackling me in my just inside the door. And then there were police cars everywhere, and they took me to jail but released me the same night. They just took down a bunch of information, fingerprinted me, and released me. So I guess I had 2 warnings about the international driving permit not being valid. But as I said, I wasn't even operating the vehicle the first time they came. And so this system that we're in is not something where we can take responsibility. There is a responsibility that has to fall on the shoulders of the Creator or of higher powers to empower humanity. If they could empower me so that there's no, that I'm not going to get beat up or if I got murdered, that would take me out of this picture, at least on a physical level. But in any case, it would not resolve the issue that we as humanity have, that we're being controlled by a less than honorable. It's not God is over all. There is a false God that has imposed itself between us and the real God and keeps us somehow from connecting with the real God to the point that we can become empowered. This is the dilemma that we face. And a currency revaluation isn't going to totally correct the situation. It will not. But it will give us the ability, people with better intentions, it will give us the capabilities financially of being able to establish things that more or less level the playing field. As I've said, the person who got me involved wants to go to Haiti as the first project and lift Haiti up. But there are all sorts of third world countries that need to be uplifted so that there's no first world, second world, third world. There's just the world. And it's all the same world. It's not one that's demonically controlled by insane people. Anyway, folks, that's my message for today, and hopefully I'll be able to record with Aristo in a while if he got the message that I'm willing to do that. Thank you for listening, and namaste.